So if I hear you right, you don't want a theory that can explain the Great Denudation. It can explain why the layers are, it can explain the funnel. It can explain why it's carved into the hard basement rock and a myriad of other features at Grand Canyon. You're opposed to that theory being presented along next to 4 other theories that don't work. Is that accurate?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. So they don't want you to think. They just want their theory, even though it doesn't work. And here's some of the comments. You can see it on my YouTube channel, but I encourage you to go to Standing for Truth and watch it, because they got comments underneath there. And here's one of them. Wow, Brian did a spectacular job against Jackson. I've seen Jackson talk in the past, and he's always done very well. Brian had Jackson bringing up magic unicorns. LOL. And another one, Brian is a focused, disciplined question master, and he is mounting an absolute massacre. Such fresh, new evidence. And this one said, you did a great job in the debate. I'll be following your work from now on. So now I get to say what everybody else says. You know, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Helps the channel, you know. And there's one guy, Valhalla, he says that every time. And so when I do comments, I put helps the channel, and they just move on from there. So yeah, but the subscriber, I don't know about the other stuff, but I just kind of like to see the subscribers. I like to see it go up. And you can help us get up to 1,000. I'm going for 1,000. I'll be so excited. But then I show them, and this is your assignment. Go into nps.gov, National Park Service, and then get on the Grand Canyon website, and there's a place that says learn about the park. You scroll down to nature, and you go over to geology, and then you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you see the 4 theories that don't work, and then it says, was this page helpful? And then you can put your input there. You can put yes or no. Personally, I put no. I said your theories don't work. Could you put the hydroplate theory up there? And then you hit this one. Grand Canyon geologic formations, hit that link, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and the sentence that they try really hard to hide, way back at the bottom, it says, perhaps the biggest question of all, how the Colorado River chose this course and began carving the canyon, still awaits a clear answer. They don't know how it happened. And was this helpful? I put no, and it said the answer you're waiting for to explain the Colorado River is the hydroplate theory. See Brian Nichols' YouTube channel. You're welcome. And so I want as many people to do this as possible. And this guy says, you know, great recommendations. I added a similar comment on how you could improve those 2 pages. So that's what your assignment is. If it's great, just put, yeah, great page, but if it's not, give them some ideas. And this one really got to me. This is what I'm really after. This guy says, it's my goal to create a curriculum for the hydroplate theory. For elementary, high school, and churches, Dr. Brown theories will go down in history, whether it is in his or our lifetimes or not. That's true. Walt Brown is the Isaac Newton of our day. And Pastor Kevin Lee, he's retiring as a pastor, and he's starting an online hydroplate university. He's getting that rolling, and he's got the orbital physics, so he knows what NASA's finding, and he knows how that doesn't work. So again, if you want to see that debate, it's on Standing for Truth, and the geology professor, it's going to be July 10th at 6 o'clock Central.